Hello and welcome to A Cup of Grace and Lori. I'm Grace,
And I'm Lori.
and this is episode 15 of our podcast. And in
Ooh.
today's episode, we thought that we would just have a chit chat. So maybe just touch on some highlights in the month of June. Lori, did you want to start off?
Sure. Mercury retrograde seemed to dominate. I know it was over June 3rd, but if you follow it like I do, it doesn't, it starts to go direct on June 3rd, but it takes 2 weeks for it to be up to speed. So even though, technically Mercury retrograde was over June 3rd, a lot of astrologers say wait a good 10 days, even 2 weeks, because things won't be, out of the there will still be some confusing issues until it's completely up to speed. So in
Some
essence,
people might not understand what Mercury retrograde is.
well,
They might
it's
not be into astrology.
oh, okay. Well, if you're not, it's Mercury is a planet that controls communication, travel, etc. So when
Oh,
it's retrograde, it's not at its strongest energy. And that's when we, all kinds of confusion takes place.
okay.
People sign contracts and then they have to go revisit them because they made them an error,
Mm.
or they bought, like, you're not supposed to buy anything travel or tech related during Mercury retrograde because it will, it's probably you're gonna have to return it, that type of thing. So
I had
that's
tech issues. I had
oh
tech issues.
yeah,
So did my cousin. He bought a brand new TV
yeah,
and it just
doesn't
there was
work.
some glitch. Like,
Yeah,
yeah. And I
yeah,
explained that. I said, "Oh, we're in
yeah,
Mercury
yeah,
retrograde."
yeah.
Mhm.
I know. I mean, I've had so many things happen to me. So now I've learned, okay, just don't, or if you do have to sign something, make sure you read it really carefully.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Multiple
So,
times.
yeah. So I found this Mercury retrograde did affect me. Um, it seemed like I had a lot of loose ends. I had dentist appointments galore in the
Mhm.
in the latter half of May, where Mercury retrograde had started already. And I had a crown that I had to get installed, and the whole process took like 2 years, which is insane. But I
Oh my
finally got it
God.
finished. I'm done
Good.
with my dental appointments for until I have a cleaning in 6 months. So that feels good. I just felt like yeah, I had a lot of, and then I had like housekeeping tasks to do with my blog and my computer and all that stuff. So I feel lighter now. Like I've got things done. I've got those tasks that, I
Mhm.
typically procrastinate about. They're out of the way. And I also found I was absorbing other people's energy
More so
during the
than
more
okay.
so. Yeah.
Mhm.
And I mean, I've recently, I would say, in the past probably 8 months, I've, been working on my energy, and it's just been feeling lighter, and I've been feeling happier. And I just don't, I just feel lighter and happier and less, not resentful or whatever. So I
Uh-huh.
started to absorb other people's energy that maybe wasn't so light and happy and whatever. And I started
Okay.
to feel a bit negative. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute, this isn't your
It's not
new
yours.
persona. This isn't mine. Yeah. I mean, maybe it was energy from like years ago, but my new energy, this isn't my new energy. And so um there's something you can do, and this is in Reiki, which is another, it's an energy healing thing. And
Mhm.
I'll show you how you can do it. And it's probably best to be outside, but you
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 pet
basically,
yourself.
well, no,
Looks
you're
like you're
not even
petting
kidding.
yourself.
Okay, you're clearing the energy off yourself. So you kind of put your hand over your energy field, and then you get rid of the energy. So, and you do this all the way down, your legs. As I say, it's best to do this outside, and then you give the energy back to Mother Nature, because
Okay.
you've that other people's energy, you've absorbed it, or it's sticking with you. So yeah, just like this, and swoosh it away. But don't do it in the house, do it outside, right?
Oh, okay.
Because you don't really want it circulating in your house.
Well,
So
what if, so do you set an intention before you do that? You set an
you,
intention in
oh
your
sure,
mind or
that
say it
I
out
mean,
loud. I'm
inte-
I'm clearing all
yeah,
negative energy
yeah, or other
that I've
people's
absorbed.
energy, or yeah, an intention would be great. You don't have to, but intentions, um,
I think those are
verbalizing
powerful.
intentions are great, or they're powerful. Yeah, so you can do that too. So I did do that a few times, but anyway, I feel back to myself, my
Okay.
lighter, more positive energy. So that's good. I feel, and the thing is, when I had other people's energy that I had absorbed, then you start attracting, you're kind of in the lower, you know what I mean?
Vibration. Yep.
Lower vibration, and you're not attracting what you're normally attracting,
Mm-hmm.
at the lighter
Yep.
positive. So I'm glad that that's over with. I don't know why that happened. Maybe just a lesson. I don't know about,
Well, we all go through ups and downs. We can't always, be at
maybe,
high
or
vibration
just to be,
100% of the time.
no, I think it could be like, okay, be aware of other people's energy. I think that was the lesson. I'm just,
Okay. Protect your energy.
yeah, and be protected, and be aware of, okay, be aware of other people's energy. You know what I mean?
Okay. So be aware of the energies that you allow to enter into your
Yes,
life. Okay.
perfect.
Okay.
Yes, and I think that was, I do think that was a lesson.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll go
Okay.
into one of my June highlights. Okay.
Okay.
So I boarded a cat at my place recently, and this is a big deal for me because for many years, I considered myself, I identified as a dog person, a
Okay.
dog lover, right? And
Yeah.
I know, Laura, you also love dogs.
I love dogs too. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, I decided to, I'm offering some services to look after dogs and cats. And one of the services that I'm offering is boarding cats. So I happily received a request. And so this cat stayed with me for about a week. So her last day was on Sunday, I think. So just a
Okay.
few days ago, not too
Yeah.
long ago.
Yeah.
I'm still grieving because the cat's name is Precious and it's a perfect name for her. She
uh,
truly was precious. So
yeah.
I only spent a week with her, but I
Yeah.
fell in love with her like
Uh,
right away.
yeah.
I surprised myself.
Wow.
Like for the first day though, I mean, she obviously she was in a new environment, so she was not comfortable, right?
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
probably felt threatened,
Yeah.
understandably. So she hid under my couch for practically the whole day.
Yeah.
And that was worrisome because she didn't go to the washroom. She didn't
Right.
eat. I tried to
Right.
lure her
Yeah.
with treats, but no,
Yeah.
nah. But
Yeah.
eventually she did, show her cute face. And then she
Yeah.
approached me slowly. And then, yeah, she started butting her head at me and, she
Uh,
was rubbing her scent on me, right?
yeah.
So she did start trusting me and we
Good.
bonded quite quickly.
Oh,
Like,
good.
she would follow me around
Yeah.
and she sat on my lap while I worked on my computer.
Wow.
And I'm surprised at myself. I allowed her onto my bed because cats jump high, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So she was able to jump on my bed and
Yeah.
yeah, she really liked spending time on the bed together. Like
Oh,
she
good.
was so cute. It's like she would like after she would eat, basically like she would meow at me
Oh,
because
really?
it's like, okay, it's time for us to,
Play or,
get on or get on the bed. I want you to pet me now. Like
oh, wow.
because she loved getting pet and just being
Oh,
close. Like, oh,
oh,
it was
cute.
so sweet.
Oh,
And so one of the realizations I came to just, when she was by my side and I was
Hmm.
petting her and I was looking at her and
Hmm.
I cried several times because I realized that, we're not that different.
Yeah.
Like animals and
Yeah.
humans, like we're all God's creations
Yes.
and we all need love, right?
Yes. Yes.
We all need love and
Yes.
companionship. Like animals, like really tug at your heartstrings so
Hmm.
quickly. Like she was
Hmm.
only with me for a week.
Well, that's a long time though. You get attached to them. Yeah, you get
That's
attached to
because,
them.
yeah, like we spent like every day together. So now not only do I want to be a dog mama,
Yeah. Now you
I
want
now
to
also want to be
pet.
a cat mama. I think also just being with her and just it opened up my heart chakra,
Okay.
right? Like
Hmm.
just loving on her and seeing her just so quickly and openly loving on me, it helped
Hmm.
me to kind of um, open my heart more.
Right.
It
Right.
opened up my heart more. So
Yeah.
animals just teach you so much
I know. I
about
know.
love, unconditional love.
Now for me, I
It's
find that
amazing.
that you can communicate with them. Uh, you can.
Yeah,
They read your emotions. Oh my God. Like I believe they understand so much more than we give them credit for.
for sure.
Yeah.
There was
You
one
know,
time, yeah, one day I was
yeah.
crying,
Yeah.
and she was beside me on the bed, and I guess I was thinking about her leaving, so I was really
Oh,
sad.
okay.
And
Yeah.
she was looking up at me, and she just kept looking at me as I
Yeah.
was crying, and she got a
Yeah.
little closer. Do you know what I mean? She
Oh,
was
yeah.
comforting me.
Yeah. Oh,
Oh
yeah.
my
No, they do.
god!
They do that.
Oh
I
my
know.
god!
As I said, just because I mean, we think a lot of people think they're like inferior. I actually think they're superior to
No.
us. I think they're
Yeah.
superior to us. And I believe they understand what, you know, us and our lives and what we're doing. Just because they don't, I mean, they don't speak our language, they speak their own language, right? And
Yes.
so why would we assume they don't know what's going on? I know they know what's going on. I
Mhm.
My brother's dog, when I was living with him for a bit, he knew exactly what was going on with me. He knew even when I was moving, and he got angry, and which is weird. How can a dog get angry? But he did. He got angry.
I
He,
think animals are really intuitive, right?
oh,
Because
they
I
are,
mean, look at service
yeah,
animals, like
yeah,
they can detect, or there's some people, for example, who have epilepsy, right? And
yeah,
so they have service dogs with them. These
right,
dogs are able to sense
yeah.
an attack
When,
prior to it happening.
wow, I know it's amazing. Eh?
Yeah, yeah.
No,
Let's
I
not
know. As I
underestimate the
said,
power that they have.
we don't give them nearly enough credit that they deserve.
They're
Um,
amazing.
yeah,
So that was
cool.
definitely one of my highlights for June.
All right. And then for me, Grace has got me watching tarot readings now. I never did this before. I read this Astrology Zone, which is Susan Miller's website, and I usually read that every month. But Grace got me watching. I do have tarot cards, by the way, and I've had my
Oh my
tarot
God, you
read.
do?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I
that'll
have
be
tarot
fun.
cards, but
Okay.
I never watched these tarot readings, and now I'm watching them.
Yeah.
There's three I watched that Grace recommended on YouTube. They seem to be very accurate.
Mhm.
And one of them said to me, or well, wasn't said to me, it was said for Leos, and I'm a Leo. So, but I'm listening to
It
it,
feels
and
like they're talking to you.
it
Like if
does.
it resonates, then
It
yeah,
did.
the message
Yeah.
is for you. Yeah.
Yeah. So this advice for Leos, and it was for June, and it was do not give any more energy to things that are not lining up in your life.
Mhm.
And it made me think, when I heard this, I wrote it down and I was thinking about it for a couple of days because to me, this seems almost counterintuitive because, and I'll tell you why. I mean, things that are, first of all, things that are not lining up in your life. So things that aren't going well or things that aren't or don't seem to be producing results. That's the way I interpret lining up
Okay.
in your life, right? So that's almost saying, throw it out, throw it out, right? Now,
Or give up.
that's not my, I'm someone who does not give up. I like, if something's not working, I'm like, okay, I'll find another way. I'll find another way.
Hmm.
That's
Yeah.
my personality. So to be told, oh, do not give any more energy into things that are not lining up in my life. I'm like, well, wait a minute. You're saying things should be easier then. Things should, right? And I'm used to fighting for stuff and going after a challenge, right? That's what I, so it's almost like, oh, so it's, if it's not coming together like this, just don't give it any more energy to it. As I said, I thought about this for a couple of days because I thought, well, hold on, that seems to be backwards. Like, but now I think I'm understanding it. It's like, wait, it's like, just let it flow, let it move on. And then attach your energy to the things that are working, right? Like, don't cling to the ones that aren't working. Let it move on into your past or wherever. And then just allow the things that are working to come into your life. It'll be easier for you, right? You're not going to put all this energy into something that's not even lining up for you, right?
Okay,
Like, I
well,
know there's several contradictions in that statement, but I think I'm getting it. It's like, wait, it's not lining up. Don't put this energy into it. Don't keep putting this energy into it. It's not lining up.
I don't think that they're necessarily saying that
Oh, okay.
anything that doesn't line up or work out should be let go. I mean, we need to use our own intuition and discernment, because
Right.
there are obviously going to be times when
Yeah.
things don't necessarily work out, or we're not
Right.
seeing the results as fast as we want them to. But
Oh,
are they aligned with our hearts? Like,
I
you have to be really honest with yourself with what the things that you're pursuing, are they
yeah,
really
yeah.
aligned with what you really want, like, your heart's desire? It's
Okay.
not just because I understand your character, your determination, your
Mm-hmm.
perseverance. But
Yeah.
there's, I think one of the lessons that we're to learn in this life is learning discernment, learning when to let go of things,
Yeah. Okay.
and also learning when to hold on and keep persevering.
Okay.
But it has to do with, yeah, like our heart's desire.
I think the key words here are lining up in my life. So I'd almost want to
Hmm.
say lining up with my hearts.
I think that they
Yeah,
should have
that
replaced
would
it
be
with
a
your
better,
heart's desire.
right.
Yes.
That would be a better, because just lining up in my life means, oh, well, is it working out or isn't it?
Yeah, but there's so
But
many
it's,
challenges we face
I
all the time.
know,
Yeah.
I
So it's
know.
not about just
So
giving up when things don't
no,
work out.
you're right. It's not things that aren't lining up with what I truly, what my heart uh
Yes.
objectives or goals or whatever. So that
Yeah.
actually makes more sense. That,
Like
and maybe the
consider.
tarot person should have said that things that aren't lining up with your heart,
Yeah.
because that would have made more sense to me than just lining up in my life. Like I thought, well, I mean, there are several, like you say, there are several things that don't line up necessarily right away. So are
Exactly.
we supposed to do, but
That's
no,
part of the journey.
no,
Yeah.
it's lining up with what your heart's goals, if you want to even put it that, your
Yeah.
heart's objectives or whatever.
And
So that's
also
what,
like
sorry,
and
go
also
ahead.
like think about your motivation of why you're pursuing a certain thing. Yeah. Is it
Yeah,
heart-based, or is it just about, okay, like is it just about financial
right.
gain?
That I
Is it,
know.
do you
That
enjoy
I
it?
know that
Like,
one
do
where
you
if it's
enjoy
just
it?
about the money, forget it. It
Yeah,
has to be
no,
more.
that's not long term. That's not
Yeah,
something that's going to sustain you long term. Yeah.
yeah, right. Well, as I said, that one did have me thinking about it for a couple of days. So
Yeah.
I think I've grasped it now. It's just things, let go of things that are not lined up with my heart's passions or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if
Okay.
it's aligned, if something that you're pursuing
Hmm.
uh is motivated by your heart's desires, then
Yeah.
you won't be dragged down necessarily for, like your energy.
Yeah. Right.
It's not going to like pull you down into this place where you're
Right. Right.
right? Because
Yeah.
I don't, yeah. So like one of the for example, one of the other highlights that I want to mention for June is like,
Hmm.
I've gotten in more into of a role in creating makeup content. I've created several videos in June for my makeup channel on YouTube.
Oh, I'll
I would
have to
say
have a
that
look.
I've gotten into a quote unquote flow state,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
So I'm feeling motivated. I'm
Okay.
feeling motivated. And
Okay.
I'm, even though, I tend to be a serious person and I can, because I'm quite like goal oriented, like
Yes.
I'm really preoccupied by living my life purpose
Yeah.
and
Yeah. Yeah.
doing
You
something
are
that's
very driven.
meaningful.
Yeah.
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 So I question myself. It's like with this makeup creating content, it's like, well, this is kind of frivolous. Oh, it's superficial. Like, how is it serving my soul's purpose? But the thing is, I noticed I am motivated.
Yeah.
I'm actually motivated to
Yeah.
create content. So I'm trusting that feeling.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I truly believe that the universe, yeah, wants me to trust this feeling, go with it,
Yeah.
because you know what? There are advantages and benefits to what I'm doing. Like feeling creative.
Yes.
I have more motivation, yeah,
Yeah.
enthusiasm.
Yeah.
I'm developing skills,
Yes.
right? Like
Yeah.
because I want to be a better public speaker. So
Yeah.
creating, not only this with this podcast,
Yeah.
but with creating my makeup content,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm listening to how yeah, like the motivation that I'm feeling. And I do understand now, like I think it's kind of a hint from the
Yeah.
universe. Yeah, trust what you're feeling.
Yeah.
If you're
If you,
feeling energized, if because I'm not feeling like dragging my feet or anything, when I think about
no,
creating, right?
if you're excited about it, then
Yeah,
it's
and it's
obviously,
raising my vibration.
yeah. Yeah.
Exactly, right? And that's what
Yeah.
I want. In general, we want to reach a level of high vibration.
Right.
And you can try to accomplish that in whatever way,
Yeah.
right?
It
So this
doesn't,
is what
yeah.
I'm doing,
Yeah.
create
No,
by
I
creating
agree.
makeup videos.
Don't
Yeah,
second guess yourself. If it feels fun or you feel excited about it, then that's all that matters, right?
exactly.
You know?
So yeah,
Yeah.
I came to that revelation. And also another thing that I learned from creating this makeup content is the just reading through the comments,
Yeah.
right? You know, I I realize that, we as individuals have blind spots. Other
Mm-hmm.
people notice things about us
Yeah.
that we don't.
Right.
We don't give ourselves credit for it. We think like, oh, it's no big deal. I mean, this is
Right.
just me.
Yeah.
And so what I noticed, Lori,
Yeah.
the kinds of comments that I've been receiving is like people mention my voice.
Oh.
They say that I have a calming voice. Now,
Oh, wow.
I know that when I'm talking to you and
Yeah.
friends and family, I'm a
Yeah.
lot more animated. But
Yeah.
when I'm talking just to a camera,
Oh, okay.
I have a more calm demeanor.
You're right. You do. You do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And this is what I've been like, I think the universe, this is how they're communicating with me by
Ah,
sending these people, and like they're remarking on my voice, right? My
okay.
calm voice.
Yeah.
And the universe wants me to use my voice.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's my message.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think in one of the episodes, our outrageous goals episode, I told you I want
Yeah.
to learn how to sing. So it's related. I mean, the universe doesn't just want me to sing, but yeah, literally they want me to
Use your
use
voice.
my voice, and that
Yeah.
they're giving me a hint. Grace, hello,
Yeah.
pay attention.
Wow.
People notice your voice. So
Yes.
use your voice for the highest good. Use your
Okay.
voice. See, like all these, so-called random activities that you do in your life that you think,
Right.
oh, okay, but you can gain insight,
And
right?
they seem to be connected. There seems to be a thread, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah. What are
Yes.
your highlights? Have you had any revelations? We'd love to hear those as well. So that's about it for us for this week. So thank you for tuning in and have a great week, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.